hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello everyone. It's a mad dash to get ready. I don't know why, because we're not as if we were going anywhere. Really, is it at the moment? But
I've got things to do.
I know.
I'm
I'm glad you're not in your pajamas. You did threaten me we could be in your pajamas.
No, it was literally about an hour and a half ago. I was still in my pajamas, and I'm just like, look, I'm so hot. Well, I know I'm hot stuff anyhow, but before anyone says in the comments. But hello, welcome. We've got a hot face Sophie here today. I've already had a chat with Dyson in the corner, and I've told them to put the fan up a lot higher. So, Dyson, bit more cool air, please.
I thought Dyson might be a cat or a dog there for a moment.
Dyson and cats. Cats and dogs called Dyson are always in charge of all the air conditioning in the flats. That's the Dyson, the dog, and the cat's job is to be in charge of my aircon.
So we've got people commenting already. Brendan stating the obvious is this evening cheer for people. Not yet. We have 4 hours, 1 minute to go.
We've got 4 hours that we can do all the non-essential shopping, which is everything's shut now.
I know. Oh God. And Amy says hi, both. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you. See you. Nice. I'm not doing that game tonight, don't worry. In fact, we haven't got a game sorted out. But what I have done, look. I put a nice shirt on. Oh, you've got all smart and spangly as well.
I was going to say, I thought it was Christmas, not Valentine's.
I couldn't find anything with baubles on, to be fair. I found one with light bulbs on, but...
We don't want to see your baubles on screen, that's for sure.
And then, of course, I put my baubles in my beard, but I had limited time to do it, to be perfectly honest. But look.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was one of those Hannibal Lecter things. Oh no, I can see the lights on there now.
City Space Shack. I even sound like it now.
It's really weird because of the green screen. Ever so often, little parts of your face just become transparent. So, and as we've quite often said, Amy, we can just see straight through you.
So they say. Let me just turn that off. It's actually really pulling on my beard. It's really uncomfortable. I didn't have time to cut it back. Well, I won't be able to go to the barbers now. Really. So,
no.
They need like a barber's speakeasy, I think. Well, actually, you just need speakeasies, really, I think. So, how's your week been?
Obviously, kind of like interesting end to the week. But I finished work. Yes! And I'm sorry for those of you that have just got to go into furlough. That's very kind of inconsiderate of me. But no, I've been working really, really hard, and it was my last day on Thursday, which means that bizarrely today has felt like a Sunday. All day it's felt like Sunday because yesterday felt like it was a Saturday. So I've been completely all over the place today. Some things that arrived from the Amazon, which I wasn't expecting. Because I thought they were supposed to arrive yesterday, but they were due today. And then I thought maybe they were coming tomorrow. I've just been in this whole kind of world of confusion today. But I managed to tick something off my to-do list. So that's obviously got to be a good thing, isn't it?
Well, I think we got to take anything as it comes these days.
I watched today, and I recommend it for anybody that hasn't seen it. It's on the Tube Review. It's the show that can't stop, the People Show, whatever it's called. Anyway, it's Kinky Boots, the musical, and my goodness, it is phenomenal. It's absolutely brilliant. So highly recommend. The Show Must Go On, I think it's called, isn't it? The Show Must Go On.
I don't know. Hang on. My camera's going to have focus with the lights. Let me just... Oh no. Hang on.
There we go. You've come back. Come back.
I have a facility. Auto. There we go.
So how is everybody that's online? Drop us a comment. Say hello. Got a question for us? I do have a game, and it's one that won't take very long because I know that you don't like longs that take more than 10 games that take more than 10 seconds.
Well, my game on last Friday took less than 10 seconds because Brendan kept losing, and I just had to keep repeating it to fill out some time. Martin's let us know. Make sure you smiled at Amazon.co.uk for your
I always do
purchases.
my Amazon shopping with a smile. You can register Club F.O.D as your charity. So yes, please do that because then we get a little bit more kind of money. That's just like watching somebody put a dentist pulling their own teeth out.
I know. I'm just trying to. I don't know how to undo the clips. They're broken. Oh, there we go. There's one. You just talk. I'm pinning myself like a voodoo doll.
No, okay. So I've got an idea for a game for later on, which doesn't mean that we're going to need anyone to dial in, but it does mean that we need to have some audience participation. I was going to say, let's try and have a game where we can see how much pain that we can cause Jamie, but it looks like he's doing that himself. But I know, but
it's like Operation.
I'm going to say, putting like kink to one side, you quite like a bit of pain, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm such a pussy. I really have when it comes
to that. Okay, this is This is another one I bought after the success of the game that we played last time. I'm going to say success because I loved it.
No, it was very well done.
That's my own game I've had for a while, but I've actually bought some new ones as well. We're going to experiment with this one today because it doesn't need a second camera. It doesn't need any setting up. Everyone, please don't give Jamie any sympathy, but please do kind of laugh at the pain that he's putting himself through on here.
Yeah, but I've had to put the control panel. I forget that out discreetly because I've hooked it onto my nipple ring. So any place I can peg it to.
Well, I'm glad that you chose to do it to your facial hair. I would dread to think if there was anywhere else on your body that you were going to start flashing in front of the camera. So the idea about
don't look at this bit.
What are you doing?
I wasn't joking. I have hooked it on some.
Oh, brilliant! I can't do the
painful.
I can't bring the comments up online, Amy. So thank you for your comment.
I can though. There we go. If next week we see Super No Host of Show, it'll be because Jamie couldn't get his baubles out. Jamie was growing his beard for Christmas, but that may have changed now. So let's not ignore the elephant in the room right now. How are you feeling about hearing the news?
It's behind my elephant's behind the green screen, and it's a toy elephant. Before you dirty people say anything,
I wouldn't even look at his trunk. Is it Dumbo elephant?
I haven't got a trunk. Sorry, do you not pay attention to life's
You're talking about the elephant.
I've got lots of... Every time I go to the zoo, I always buy
bring an elephant back.
an elephant or a penguin back. Penguins take up a lot of bath space, so I don't tend to use those anymore. The look of confusion on your face.
It's not difficult, really. Here's Mark.
Hey, Mark, you're just in time for the tier 4
Have I missed your tier 4 rant?
No, this is what everyone's been waiting for. Everyone's got the... Do you know what? What do you think, Jamie? What about the news about going into tier 4? Let's get your rant over and done with.
Do you know what? I'm not upset that the decision's been made because I think it should be made back in March and it should have been across the whole country. I think what's upsetting, and I stupidly started looking at Twitter, is the number of people that are heartbroken who have waited all year for Christmas. That was the carrot being dangled. And I mean, if you look at the map, I find it very odd. Berkshire has been tagged on. And actually, there's things like Oxford City have a higher rate than Reading at the moment that have bypassed it. So it's almost like we're saying, do you know what, this mutated virus, and the virus has mutated ever since China anyway, can't cross the road. You know, tries the chicken across the road. Because, you know where I live, well, we used to live here as well, Kennet Island, where we've got Hampshire one side, and down the road we've got Oxfordshire. It's, I don't know, I'm just very, very disappointed. Because I've spent a lot of money for inviting people over to make sure they're on their own for Christmas. This morning, even though, you know what I'm like, I did say at 8 o'clock this morning, I said to Mano, well, you're in my bubble, but you need to get over now. Because it's such a burden being right. I had predicted
No,
almost
no,
everything.
yeah. But I mean,
It's annoying.
there's a difference between predicting when there isn't the kind of overwhelming facts that are leading towards that conclusion, or just being able to recognise the data and seeing where everything's going.
Yeah.
So, I would say that more. I wouldn't say that it was necessarily a prediction. I think you were just stating the obvious as to what we knew it was going to happen. I only knew that there was the notion of a tier 4 earlier on today. And in fact, I think it was your kind of retweet from Twitter onto Facebook. And I was like, oh, I suppose I ought to start paying attention to what's going on in the world. And kind of, because normally I've got the news channel on in the background. I think I agree with you that if only, I mean, hindsight is a wonderful gift, but there was so much evidence that was put forward to the government beforehand, and they could have taken the necessary steps to actually make sure that we weren't in this situation. I think that's the thing that I'm most kind of frustrated about, not the fact that they've said, oh my goodness, right, things are really crazy right now. We have to do something before it just goes a whole world worse. But it's not, hindsight is a wonderful gift, because they knew this back in sort of like September, kind of like October time, that the restrictions weren't strong enough.
Yeah.
And whenever there were any kind of outbreaks, they gave up on they gave up on the whole kind of test, trace, isolate, and they keep on saying on in the parliamentary things like how wonderful it is and how world leading it is, but it hasn't been that, because you should. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know all the ins and outs, but I think it's a crying shame that they've done it. I was quite upset earlier about it. I mean, I was only going to see some friends. And now, obviously, like everybody else, that's all up in the air. I tend to, because of circumstance, I have to have Christmas by myself most of the time, anyhow. So it's nice to have that opportunity to spend it with some dear friends. But we're going to have to do things differently. I've got friends who are desperate to kind of see their families through like ill health and what have you, and they're absolutely devastated. So there's kind of loads of different things, lots of mixed emotions. I know everyone's having a massive rant fest on Facebook at the moment, but I think I do have to give some credit to the government to say that actually this is probably the right thing to do, but just make it work. Let's do it for the right amount of time this time, and let's make sure it works. Let's make sure, I've said this before, that it actually makes a difference. I don't think people mind if it's going to make a difference. And the problem we've been seeing time and time again is that it doesn't seem to make the blindest bit of difference with everything that they're saying, because everything's coming from different places.
I mean, I know we're not a current affairs show. We're meant to be light-hearted and stuff. Hi, Jessica. I put your post up there.
I know, I was too busy looking at the camera, making sure I was talking to everybody, rather than start looking different screens. And
it's almost since March. Obviously, I do work for a Spanish company, and obviously I was furloughed and stuff like that. But we locked down a long time before everyone else, because we knew what was happening at our head office, and the way of travel was going. So we were taking it very seriously. But I think all the things that we've done as a country, it almost feels like we've half done them, if that makes sense. There's not been a commitment from our leader.
No, we've done it. We've always done it. We've always been on the back foot. We went into the first lockdown. It's been proven it was like 2 or 3 weeks too late, and every time, I think it was, it's so typical. Even just the other day, when it was being put forward to the government to say, is it really the right thing to do over Christmas, having this kind of break? And then he was kind of jeering and joking in the House of Commons, going, "Oh, the leader wants to cancel Christmas and he wants to do this," and really kind of jeering them as if they were at school, kind of thing. And it's kind of like, you've got to take this kind of seriously. And then it's just, right, okay, well, yeah, it's time to look at the data. But it's kind of, if you just did that, if they were just honest to begin with, and I think everyone would turn around and go, right, okay, fair play.
I think so. And I think the other thing as well, many people today won't have known until after 4 o'clock. I mean, I was lucky because I do look at data and I do have some sources I get information from. And so I knew what was coming. But I think the difficulty is a lot of people won't have known what's coming. And like yourself, had plans who may not have seen people this year. I haven't seen many people this year, to be fair, like others who live on their own. And that opportunity they had to have human interaction has now gone. They're all going to be rushing out, trying to buy the last turkey or something to have some sort of sense of normality at Christmas. Or, for example, my nan, who has dementia, was going to stay at my mum's. Now, they've both been tier 4, but because of the travel and everything else like that, it's all been blown out the window because my mum isn't her support bubble. But she's given my auntie some respite. And, the other thing is those people that aren't in tier 4, which is just us in the southeast, all these people that only now have one day to have their bubbles together, they have to be drivers to be able to do that. Because there's no public transport on Christmas Day. So that's just taken even more people out of the equation, having to have Christmas on their own. And do you know what really gets my goat? Here we go. It's coming. Is all these people that turn around and say, oh, Christmas will just be different this year. So when you got the kid, I don't care about the kids. I don't have children. I don't have someone I live with. And lots of people don't have that luxury. And it's all the people that have a household saying it'll just be different. Well, it'll just be different for you because you might have, 200 fathers coming in the house and stuff like that. But the rest of us aren't going to have that luxury. So I am cross about it. As long as, you're right, it's taken seriously. And what needs to happen? We need to lock down 2-3 weeks, full stop, everything. No churches open in tier 4, 5, 700. No gyms, all that's got to stop. They've got no travel in tier 4, no international travel. That should be everywhere because during the first lockdown, we had planes, trains that was coming from all over the place. A proper lockdown, we would then have some sort of normality. And Boris, if you're listening, I know you're a keen watcher. I would like 2 days when it's over as my Christmas and Boxing Day, and you can pay for my turkey. Because I had to cut a hole in my freezer compartment to get the turkey in for everyone originally. There's all these comments coming through. We should look at that. Jessica saying she works for a Norwegian company and her colleagues all laughed at us. Mark saying, I think they knew about this last month. Pennsylvania lockdown ended December the 2nd. I think they haven't been tough enough, as Jamie said. I think they've tried to keep people pleased from fear of an uprising. There's definitely an uprising now coming. The new lockdown might be the last straw they can get away with. All the people in tier 3, 2, there's no tier 3 now, is there? In other tiers, your tier 4 is coming in January. This is lockdown.
Tier 3 is still there. Tier 3 is still there. I was just checking on seeing where obviously other people close to my heart in a different part of the country, but they're still in tier 2.
Right.
And if they're watching, that would be great if they are, but I know they won't be. But if ever they do,
they can go to a pub. As long as you have a substantial meal.
One of them's not old enough to go to the pub, but the other one is. But yeah, as long as they have a meal, because they're in Cambridge is in tier 2. So
I did find a solution. I found my witch's spellcraft book.
Okay.
What can I do to Bojo? Well, we all know what he's like. I have found a spell for the terrible curse of impudence. Which you'll probably be doing.
It's a bit late for that.
No, a little bit late. And I was reading through it. You've got to do it on the night of Saturn as the moon wanes in the last quarter. So that's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. So that's the night of Saturn. I've been translating. Light a crossing incense. It looks a little angry to me, so that's a crossing incense.
Yeah.
We got that.
Right, if we lose our signal, witch's power.
Work by the light of one black candle. Well, we're in a studio with black lights. That's similar, isn't it? The only thing I haven't got is a poppet. I need a poppet doll. And insert the name of your victim on parchment written in the ink of bat's blood. That's the bit that's got us in the wrong place in the first place.
I think I'm surprised that you haven't got a doll, especially one that you can pop.
You'll be surprised what I've got in the cupboard, to be fair.
Exactly.
Along with that, stuff in either some hair, nail clippings, or a piece of the victim's garment. Well, his hair's everywhere, and it's probably what's spreading the virus in the first place.
Why have you got a collection of Boris Johnson's hair and nail clippings? There's something about you something else we don't know about you.
He's obviously passed the island at some point. Concentrate very deeply and name the Joel as a victim. So I will photocopy the spell book. You can all have a go. But I tell you what other game I got come through. We can't play it because we can't. I mean, I was going to say 2020 couldn't get any worse. This arrived. Have you seen this? This is the Stranger Things Ouija board. I like little quirky things. And I saw this on eBay and I thought, I must have it. I must. So
no, it's fine. I mean, I know
if we don't get a 2021, it's because I go open the box later.
Yeah, I was going to say that I know that you like all your spiritualist things and what have you, but
Spooky.
I'm not a fan of the Ouija.
The Ouija? Oh, I haven't had the Ouija for a while. Oh, the wedge. I'm thinking the wedge.
Wedge. Goodness me.
It's almost like that, though. But yeah, so it's upsetting being in Tier 4, and I feel sorry for all the people that were coming to... The groups of people that were coming to my house for Christmas Day, because they had all their Christmas plans changed for various reasons, and I felt like I was doing something good. 2 of them are still in Tier 2. Oh, no, are they Tier 3? I think they're Tier 2. The other 2 in West Reading, so we don't count that. But they've got all rushed around getting turkeys and, fight people in Aldi or Lidl, other shops are available, to buy all these things now. So, but Amy says, can you get a Voodoo Boris doll? I think if you get the 70s Ken from the Barbie collection, it looks similar. Or is that Cindy's other half? I can't remember. Jim or that.
Jim. I don't have any of those things. So.
Oh, mine was snatched off me as a child. So I wish I'd kept them. I even had my Spice Girl dolls taken off me. Can never find Baby Spice. I think there was always a conspiracy.
Hang on, you were an adult when Spice Girls were around, so no wonder it was taken off you.
My ex Richard was very strict on those sort of things. He wanted a man to be a man. So Mark's just saying, yes, half the country has to go out and buy food. Another half will be eating turkey till Easter. If you'd seen the size of the turkey, it was on special. Do you know what? Everyone took the mick at me. Do you know when I started going about, I need to start buying stuff for Christmas back in October, and I started doing that. I got a new oven arriving tomorrow and a buffet serving thing. That's a bit of a waste.
A new oven, a new television.
I've got the new television. The new television is lovely.
It looks tiny.
I think it does. But when you go in the lounge sometimes, you think, oh, it's a bit big. I like that in the bathroom.
We're still talking about television or something?
Still on television. And it's quite weird because some things, I've been rewatching Charmed because I like my spooky stuff. But original series. And it's like, it changes SD into like HD. It's really weird. And I'm like, oh, she's got weird makeup on. Because you can see it's that close. It's very bizarre.
Okay. Have you got a screen that's protruding past Blenheim's picture?
I have. The camera keeps moving.
I was going to say, this thing just kind of like appeared. I was like, okay.
Oh, I don't know how.
But just like when you took the Ouija board out, all things started to happen. It was like, okay, don't open the Ouija board.
You know what I'm like? I always have a spare camera because I look stunning on it. My skin looks flawless. It's got a filter on it. It's got a bit of lino in front of it. It makes me look beautiful. But it's for when you have your breaks to go and top your glass up and stuff like that. I have the other camera.
It's getting empty. That's the magic of television. Is you can make it see through.
Do you know, I've still got a wine box here from the Weekly Woof on Wednesday. It's got wine in it, actually.
I thought you finished all that off. I thought you got so drunk that they had to kind of cut the stream.
It's dreadful, isn't it? I hadn't eaten, and I go off on my tangents, and I was like, and another
Never have
thing.
noticed. Never noticed.
They should have got me on Killjoy.
So everyone who's watching, what are your highlights of the week? What's the interesting things, wonderful stories, bits of insights? What are your views? What are your feelings? So we've had some of them on there. I was watching. I was looking up to see if there was any interesting, kind of funny news of the week. And Sid Vicious has been bitten on the penis by some fleas as he was rescuing a squirrel. So I don't understand quite all of the details of that story, but the famous rock star Sid Vicious has been bitten on his penis by some fleas as he was trying to rescue a squirrel. So there we
Was
go.
he
I just thought
naked?
that was hilarious.
How could his penis get bitten?
Because the fleas went from the squirrel.
Oh, fleas! Oh,
fleas. He didn't get bitten by the squirrel. He got bitten by some fleas as he was rescuing a squirrel, and that just made me laugh.
Did wonder where you were going with it, to be fair, but
what kind of? Yes, that's,
Amy's right. We'll put that on. Yes,
yeah, absolutely. Yes, Amy.
A huge thanks to Mark and Mark for the blog rate for me and Sophie. Bless them, and anyone in hospitality.
It's not just from the two of us. It's from the entire community.
Yes, because we know how pathetic my sound of applause is. Oh, it's a bit better than us, actually. But...
Oh, no, I was going to say, for a moment, it was only in one ear. I was like, hang on a second. The classic case of the squirrel flea peen. Exactly.
He was probably trying to do the spell for impotence as well. The scribble.
It's one of those things where you go to the hospital and they're like, okay, so what exactly happened again? Like, honestly, I was rescuing this squirrel. But yeah, no, a big thanks from the whole community to Mark and all the staff at the Blood Grave. They were working so hard to make sure it was all kind of like properly safe, and the food's been really, really nice there from a tier 2 kind of perspective. Everyone's been really great in making sure that we're kind of keeping our distance, apart from there was one drunken person that he fell off his chair, and then he got up to throw a ball at somebody, and then ended up knocking Amy for 6. So I was like, okay.
Amy was in my lap at one point, and then I had the other guy towards the end chatting to Brendan, because we did get this one. There was no Wakes World last night because we wanted to support the Blargrave last night, and a guy was just sitting there trying to touching my arms, touching my thing. And I was like, and I said, "Do you mind? Can you leave me alone, please?" He was chatting to Brendan. I thought, I don't know you. You're not in my bubble, and I get very precious about that. And in the end, I had to use some naughty words, and Gloria, bless her, had to go and move him away because she thought I was going to do something because she hadn't seen me get mouthy at someone before. But that's the reason why we're in Tib. It's people like that who maybe rosy and jolly from Christmas, lovely. Well, he just had it taken off him now. That's all his fault. We'll blame him. And people forget. I mean, he did have a mask on, but he kept pulling it down because first of all, I was like, I can't hear you. Can you go away?
I mean, he was one of the few people that were actually wearing masks. I mean,
Mano says he was probably starstruck.
Hello, Mano. Hey, Charlie. Right, I need a refill. Okay, entertain the masses whilst I get a refill.
Let me get the other scene set up.
Right. I can see that screen again.
I know, but you're pinning up a glass. I'm going to solo. There we go. Well, nothing happened when I pressed the button. Oh, there we go. We've got to solo. Sorry. We've moved a lot of stuff around in the studio. So as you can see, I now look a bit odd. Actually, I do have flawless skin now doing this. So Mano, you've been very cheeky. He's downstairs. But Mano, I'm going to send a thought out into the ether. I can feel a beer coming to me. So my powers, it'll be lovely, of course, brilliant. Brendan's saying, don't blame me, never saw or spoke to the guy. No, I did ask you, Brendan, last night. I said, who is this guy? I mean, you were talking to him anyway. And you didn't have a clue who he was. I think they just found a bar they could get into. So Martin's saying, evening to Charlie and Shane. And Jessica said, I got sun in skin. Jessica, I love you now. I love you. I think it's the lens. It's not actually a moisturiser or makeup routine. people who know what my skin like in HD, all the makeup I've worn doing drag over the years, my skin's not very good. But yes, one of those things. So yeah, so that's why there was no Wakes Well last week, so we could do that. And obviously we'll be continuing with SaturGAY. The Weekly Woof wasn't coming back on Wednesday because one of the hosts is actually flying to Poland in the morning, or will he? So that will be our story. I'm looking at the corner because I get to see when Sophie comes back to the set. There she is. It's a good job we haven't got that sound effect I have on Wakes Well. It makes the sound when someone sits down.
No. I was thinking. I thought I'd just see if I can flick the V's before you put me on camera. But then they caught me. Sorry, I've got a drink again.
See, what you didn't see, when we went live earlier, because I've changed the countdowns. Usually we have like 1 minute 40 or something to go. It's only 1 minute. And I shouldn't be saying this because I remember what happened when we were talking about my gardening before. I was trying to let one rip before we went live. It was like, knowing it's any time the mic's muted.
I apologise to everybody that's listening for the conversation.
Other body sounds are available.
Please don't go back to that conversation. No, stop it. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that conversation again.
Oh, Brendan said they left the Blargrave with a mini Christmas tree and a couple of packs of scampi. See, you knew Tier 4 was coming. They actually Christmas sorted. So you can plate them up looking lovely. It's a shame, isn't it? I mean, what I was noticing, I was chatting to Mano when he came up to beer up earlier. He obviously got the train when we picked him up, and obviously the trains weren't so bad because the announcement hadn't been made at that point, the official announcement. But if you look at Twitter and type in Tier 4 trains, it's absolutely a nightmare out there because everyone is leaving Tier 4 areas. So
no, I know. But anyway, there was a lot of whilst everyone was trying to do their plans for travelling before the whole Tier 4 and things, they were actually starting to cancel a lot of the trains. I think whether Charlie can chip in on this, but they were cancelling a lot of trains because unfortunately a lot of staff were kind of falling ill with COVID and they didn't actually have a lot of the staff to run the trains. I've sat in a different position. There we go. Is that better?
What are you doing? You dancing? Are you asking?
I'm always dancing. Every time you see me, I'm always dancing. No, I don't dance.
I don't dance either, but you know that.
There we go.
What you got?
So this is so once because you're having a cigarette, I can't do that because of where I am. I have to wait till after the show. So this is the quiz feature that we're going to be doing, or the game feature. I'm gonna try and slot that in now because we've been rabbiting on for about 40 minutes. This is a game that you can play at home. Okay. Now what you have to do, and then we just get a kind of funny sound effect noise from Jamie if you get the right answer. So imagine.
How do I know if I get the right answer? I can't hear them.
Well, no, because I will tell you because I've got the cards in front of me with the answers on.
Okay, so you can say if they're right or wrong, and I'll just respond.
Well, of course I can. But let's see if we can get lots of different answers kind of going. So we all know how the other search engines are available, but how Google and Bing and all those kind of different things are. And you know that as you start typing in a question, it comes back. It tries to auto-suggest a number of different things, and that's based on the number of, like the count of who's actually searching for those things. That's the reason why you have that auto-fill list that comes up. It's based off of everybody's search history.
Just sending a signal to Mano. He's watching.
Well, no. What the interesting thing is, if you'd have said to Mano, "Excuse me, Mano, I know that you're busy watching the show, but is there any chance possibly you might be able to just quickly run upstairs and bring me another beer?"
Took the words right out of my mouth. Saves me doing it.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Rather than saying, "I can feel the sense coming from downstairs that there will be a bottle floating up," he's like, "Oh, okay."
Drama. I'm a dramatic actor.
You could just ask politely. I don't know. It's worth a go. It might work. You never know. So here we go. So I'm going to read out the search term, and I want you to see what happens with a little bit of politeness.
He's watching Strictly Come Ballroom dancing thingy.
No, I'm not.
Oh no, he's not.
Okay, that's great. It's funny we heard that. So
I thought he practiced it in the lounge.
I'm going to read out the search term, right? And then Jamie, you can give us that was your Popeye face. Oh, go.
Yeah, but I was trying to work out what was going on.
Oh, no. Right, I'm going to read out. Goodness me. This is what happens when I try and have some kind of influence on the show. Jamie's like, but it's the Jamie show. You can't take over. It's
I've never said that.
world.
I get confused.
Right, imagine you're typing a search on the internet, okay?
Right, so I got to get Google open.
No. Just pretend. Just imagine. You know that thing you used to do as a child where you used to...
We ruined the illusion. People thought we were in the same room for a moment.
No, they know. Goodness me. Right. So you've got to think of... Google is watching me eat crisps and... Oh, okay, that's good.
Other swear words are available.
Other swear words are available. Okay. Bearing in mind, these are things that people search. That's the whole point of this game. Okay, it's called weird things that humans search for. So, if I was to type in, I like eating. ... What would you have to do? It's a bit like blankety blank, but for internet search. So you've got to think about what is it that people are going to search for. Now, if you think you know you've got an answer, type it in the comments. Right, and I'll tell you whether it's on the card. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 possible answers.
Oh, so it's a little bit like Family Fortunes.
Well, I guess it's a little bit, but I like eating crisps. We got our first. Thank you, Jess. No, crisps are not on search page. There we go. I like eating. What is it that people search for? What do you think, Jamie? What kind of things that people would search for?
I like eating KFC. Other fast food outlets are available.
Other fast food. No.
Oh.
That's what you did before the show, wasn't it? Go on, we've got what other things?
I can smell it. Proves I've got COVID.
Oh my goodness! Oh, whew. That gives the illusion that we're in the same room. It's all very quiet over there on the land of internet. Come on, people! I like eating blank. What is it people search for? Well, let's mix it up. Vegetables. Okay. So, these are weird. There's more. I mean, onions. Onions are a vegetable. Someone's put obviously search for raw onions. So I like eating raw onions. So kind of close to that one, but they get more and more ridiculous on there. We'll pick up another one in the.
What's bottom on there?
Cheesy chips. These are things that like silly things that people.
Jessica's my superhero. Oh no, I pressed the wrong one. Amy wasn't aiming for the large sausages. I was aiming for the chicken nuggets. I love chicken nuggets. Such a child at heart.
Only Shrek likes onions. Shrek. I know that you meant Shrek. I read it as Shrek. Anyway, just to give you a sense, and then we'll pick another one. I like eating Jesus is King of Kings. Okay, fair enough. That's quite another one. Cheers, Bob. Interesting that one. I like eating food in Spanish. I like eating tissues. These are things that people are searching for. I like eating raw onions. I like eating ice. I like eating my own skin. I like eating chalk. I like eating paper. I like eating salt. I like eating it alone. And bizarrely, the top one is...
Hello, Pauline. She's like the shrimp. Hello, Pauline.
I like eating poo. Apparently, that someone's typed that in, which is most disgusting. Okay, let's try another one. See if we've got any more kind of guests from people. Here's another one. What would happen if the world...
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Sorry.
No, that's the what would happen if the blood of my enemies doesn't quite fit in the sentence?
Okay. JK. Don't know that one.
JK, is that Jamiroquai, or is that off of the... Oh, Harry, you're going to grow up to be a transphobe. That one, I don't know. Who's that? So what would happen if the world
ended?
What would happen if the world ended is on there. It's the third lowest one. Exploded is also on there. We've got two low answers. So we've got ended, we've got exploded.
That's for Martins.
If the world was vegan, in fact, Jessica, that's the second highest entry. What would happen if the world went vegan? If the world was flat, that was number 3 at the top. So well done.
We got intelligent people. We do a round of applause for that.
It was busted by aliens.
We've got the aliens now. They're putting a virus around the country. Oh God, that is like a feature film.
If only there was a film about a virus that spread across the country from China. Oh no, that was Contagion. Sorry, it's already been done. That was released. If only there was a film where aliens took over the world and then suddenly died because of the virus. Oh no, that's War of the Worlds. Sorry. But we wouldn't if the world went backwards. That's the top answer actually is if the world stopped spinning. But I think if we are all the believer in the Superman films, if you spin the world backwards the other way, we all go back in time, because that's what happened in Superman 3. Was it Superman 3 or 2?
I'm very young. I wouldn't know.
I was
Lewis and Clark.
Thingy. So we go. So stopped spinning. So rather than went backwards, stopped spinning. Was vegan. So went vegan. Was flat. Ran out of oil. Lost oxygen for 5 seconds. Interesting one. Okay. Spun backwards was on there, Martin. Sorry. Spun backwards was on there. Had no friction.
Foot shoes.
Sliding around, just be like during the winter. Ended, exploded, and flooded. So there we go. I think that's going to be quite a fun game to play. What else do you want to talk about?
We've done tier 4s. We can't do that anymore. We'll be doing that for 3 months. So we need to say something for next week. I'm trying to think what else has happened this week. Obviously, I had a birthday. That was lovely. Actually, I'm very pleased that I managed to get that in between.
Was it your... I thought it was Mano's birthday.
He had a birthday.
Right, no, it was your birthday. I thought it was Mano's birthday. Mano's birthday's first, and then we just forget. You were just copying Mano because he had a birthday?
He's just older. Oh, look, Sky News. Oh, Sky News are just asking, are you one of the 16.4 million people in Tier 4? Thank you, Sky, for rubbing it in a little bit more. Jessica said happy birthday. Thank you, darling. And happy birthday to Mano as well. I have still got my birthday badge, Amy. Thank you for asking. Obviously, I didn't wear it when the engineer came around to put me flat screen in. It was nice, though, to be able to actually, even though I couldn't really see people, it was nice. It was a busy night for the Blagway.
It was good. We had fun. I mean, joking aside, it was lovely to be at a different table. We normally, it's nice to be there, but even though we were on a separate table, it was still kind of...
Jessica gave up a family quiz for this. She's loving it.
Oh, that's good.
She may just be being polite.
No, we were chatting earlier, sending me messages earlier, and I was very politely saying, I need to get ready, because otherwise I'm going to be late for the show tonight. And so thank you, Jessica, for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm sorry that this is better than your family's quiz, but you're probably quizzed out now. You've probably been doing it for the last God knows how many months. And there are a lot of people.
We used to do a very good quiz.
And it's a great way to stay connected with the family and what have you. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. What language is that, Jamie? I don't know. That's easy for you to say. I mean,
The problem is, my brain doesn't go at the same time as my mouth, so it's like anything doesn't come out. We may try and do one of the chat rooms tonight. I don't know.
Oh, the after parties. So if the Facebook rooms is a bit pants, really. I don't think many people are keen on that one. So I will happily set up a Zoom hangout thing or whatever it's called.
I had to think what Zoom was for a moment then.
Yes. So the other online kind of chat facilities are available.
We're starting a trend with this. We just think we're on proper TV.
I mean, Facebook, right? Mark Zuckerberg, the Zucchini Burger. What's his name? Mark Zucchini Burger. Because I know he loves the show. He always tunes in. Hey, Mark, lovely. Sort out your Facebook rooms because it's a bit shy, to be honest.
I think the problem with Facebook rooms, I love the fact that it has taken on as competition, but it's only really for personal personal Facebook accounts, really, because you can invite people who are on Facebook to those. But obviously for security, social security reasons, we're not having that. We're having that in a Facebook group to be able to make that work. But yes,
but I can set up Zoom.
Is that easy to do or not?
Well, no, because I've got a Zoom account, so I can just say new meeting.
I had to put Teams on the studio computer. We're not realising what a pain to get on a Mac it is.
I know. I've been through all of that, trying to get everything going on mine, and you're like, oh, it's fine. Plus, there was a big Mac OS update as well, so I spent half of the day watching my computer kind of reinstall itself.
Jessica has stream on Twitch. Well, actually, we do. We are on Twitch right now. That was the one. Bob, who sent us a lovely message about Jesus being King of Kings, is watching on Periscope, but you can watch it on Twitch as well. We are live on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook on free accounts, Periscope, and Twitter tonight.
Yes, I've got quite a lot of my friends kind of got their own kind of Twitch kind of streams and things and what have you. I still need to set up my my newfangled games console. Other game consoles are available.
I got myself a calculator. I can play with that all night.
But all you do is turn it upside down and type boobies. I mean, that's all that needs to take you.
Do you know what? I didn't even do that as a child.
I've been trying to convince a couple of friends of mine to kind of join in on some of the online games, whether you can multi-platform. So I've got I've got the PlayStation 5. So trying to kind of connect up. And I was chatting with a very good friend. They've gone back to, I think they managed to get back to their parents just before the whole kind of Tier 4s was announced. And they were saying to me, "Oh, you need to get this game. It's absolutely brilliant. Assassin's Creed. I can't remember the name of it, but the one with to do with the Egyptians." And I was telling me all about it. I think we were chatting about it when I was at your birthday party, and it was like, "This is the one to get. You have to get it." So I got it. I downloaded it to find out it wasn't multiplayer. So I was like, "Okay, thanks. I've just paid for that, and it's not multiplayer." So I then bought another one, which was the multiplayer version, and then I tried to get them to get onto a different game, both of which require Jamie's gun. I've got no idea what you're talking about, but both of which require the PlayStation Network subscription in order for you to play multiplayer, and they don't have that. So I'm like, so if you want to play on whether you've got PlayStation or even if you're Xbox, and you've got one of the cross-play games, send the message into FOD, and then that will get redirected back to me, and we can hook up and we can play some cool multiplayer games. And then hopefully, if I sort out tech, hence leading up to the point, Jamie, before you get impatient and like what you're talking about, I can then stream that through here, and then maybe we can have a competition on here whilst everybody else is
but that's on a PlayStation. Is it compatible with Play-Doh?
Goodness me. Yes, Jamie. It's
I've only got a
completely
Wii.
compatible.
I've got a Wii thing.
Let's not have that. Don't have that conversation again. We're not having that conversation again.
No, I have got a Wii,
I
and all
don't
I can
want
do
to
is
hear about your
bowling on
Wii.
it and
The one with
golf.
the bowling and the golf. Well, I've got.
It's so old.
No, I know, but or Nintendo Switch. So Jess is on Xbox and PlayStation. Woo! Right, okay. So message me, and
it's very expensive, these games consoles.
And I've got the Nintendo Switch as well. But some of the games are hilarious. So yeah. So hopefully, because humans fall flat, men fall down, people fall down. The one which is like it's a knockout. You've got all these people just running and jumping. It's a bit like
Sims.
It's a bit like Ninja. It's like a Ninja Warrior type thing, and it's as in the stupid game where you've got obstacle course that you've got to go through. It's hilarious to watch. But anyway, so
will we have a after party tonight?
I think we should, if we get thumbs up. So if people want to join us in an after party, if you go and put a thumbs up in the comments, then we know that I can set the room up. We'll do it on Zoom so that those people who are not on Facebook can join.
If we comment through the Facebook chat, you've got that facility on yours, haven't you? Can you
think
chat?
So. I can.
Then that will go across to all of them.
Cool. We've got. I think that hands up. So there's a hands up icon. I've got. It's on my huge. So I've got a huge television. You see, I'm not because you've got a little one. Well, yours is only little, isn't it?
It is. Do you know what? I should have gone for the 80-inch.
Which size did you get? So thumbs up from Amy. We've got Martin. We've got Brendan. So if you want to join in, put thumbs up, and then we'll start sending you out.
Mark Young, thumbs up if you want to do this. Let us know.
Yeah, it's not. We're doing it not on Facebook because we know that you.
I know.
Well, we're going to be online for a while, Jessica. So if you want to kind of join in after that, but it's absolutely
I'm going to treat Mano to a takeaway. Well, not right now because we're very busy, but we will do. And I have done as well. For those of you who are confused about the tier 4 rules, if I lean other way and you lean the other way, Sophie, we're good at this. There we go. These are the tier 4 rules. We can't read them because it's very small, but this can tell you all about what you can do. The only thing you can do as you go to church, that's it. So if you want to come tomorrow for a service, we'll go down for pray.
Well, Wilma used to do Sunday. Wilma used to do Sunday service, so I don't know. I've just installed Zoom, so I don't know if it'll work. Okay, Amy. Well, we'll
find out.
We will find out.
Oh, with Zoom though, as well, with the Zoom link, you don't actually necessarily have to have an account because you can go through the browser with Zoom as well, can't you? I think.
Yeah. So whichever way you want to do it. So I can get that started now. But I do want to go and have a smoke first before, because I know you're.
Oh, Jessica says, would go to church, you'd prefer it. Do you know what? I used to be a president of a church. Can I just point this out? It was a spiritualist church, but so not quite the church really thinking of. But I think Mark Abercrombie mentioned that earlier about the Church of Blagrave. Mark's thumbs up crashed Chrome. How do you do that, Mark? Is that magic? I never know how these things work. I don't use Chrome. Oh, no, I have to. I downloaded Chrome to do Facebook Rooms, didn't I? And that kept crashing. So, because usually the studio crashes all the time. So Sophie's busy setting up all the technical side. Oh, done it. Is that how easy it is? I was going to get impressed then.
I'm still doing it. Sorry.
I'm not allowed to do it at work.
My laptop's down here, so.
Amy says in Reading we can now claim we have more peers than Blackpool. I don't get that. Peers.
No, I think if we were, if we were a church, I think in the word, I'm going to get the song quote wrong. It's not. Was it Boy George in the Church
Bow
of?
down, Krishna. That
No,
one?
no. In the Church of the
It's only her
Poisoned
song. What
Mind.
Jessica put. I thought that would be the song.
No, who was Church of the Poisoned Mind? It was the 80s song, or was
Oh, was
it?
it?
Was it Culture Club? It wasn't Erasure. I'm sure it was Culture Club.
Oh. Maybe it says Blackpool's got 3 pairs on the beach.
So the Church of the Poisoned Mind. That's probably what. If we had a church, that's probably what it's like.
I once got stuck on a pier, a broken pier, where I went out for. I lived in Margate when I first came out, and I went out for a bit of nookie on the broken bit of pier, not realising in my naivety that the tide goes in and out, and the tide went out, and I was trapped on this end of this bit with this guy when I was 18. So they didn't really. Oh, Mano somehow knows that yes, it's the Church of the Poisoned Mind Culture Club.
Thank you very much. I knew I wasn't going.
He's not like this when we do quiz night.
That's
he asked the lady that can't be mentioned who answers back. The machine, you know, can't say her because she's up here on this level. Alexa.
So how am I going to get the meeting invite to you? Because what we don't want is it's a secure room and there's going to be a password, and obviously we don't want to, after the stream is kind of finished, we don't want people kind of trying to join like in the middle of the week or in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks' time when they're joining. So how do I just send you, Jamie, the link and then you can ping it around to everybody?
I won't have everyone's contact details here.
But no, if they message, so if you want to.
You're an admin on the page, aren't you?
I don't know. I've got too many screens. I've got the big.
We're very popular.
I've got the big, huge television because you've only got a small one, and then I've got.
Well, no, I haven't got a small one, but
my laptop on here.
So I'll speak to all the people at home. If you do want to join the oh no, because Mark Young can't message us, can he?
All right, tell you what, I'm just going to put it onto the chat in here. I've got to open another window on this screen.
Other windows are available.
Bear with me. Like I say, bear with me, caller. I make sure that this is.
I used to be an operator for BT.
Your call is important to us. Please.
I once put John Craven through the Buckingham Palace, and I was, as a child, I was 18, so I'd been watching newsrounds, so I was so excited. I got sacked after 3 weeks at BT because I thought I was Madonna with my headset.
John Craven sacked you off for putting
no,
in
John,
touch
I
with the
BT.
Queen.
No, that was my memory from working as a BT operator in Margate, and then I, with my headset, I was up and down voguing. I was like. Very camp in my young age.
In your young age?
Yeah, before I could grow this.
Not so much now then.
Very butch now. Although I've noticed my beard, if I got rid of all of this and kept the moustache bit, I'd either look like Hulk Hogan or definitely one of the village people.
You are looking more and more like that first picture I drew of you on my iPad. Remember that first time when we were having a bit of a laugh and joke? Have you still got that picture just to show everybody that's watching?
No, I have to delete stuff off here.
You deleted that one.
I do have to delete a lot of stuff on here. And anyone, if you are watching, by the way, because you didn't know what that thing above Sophie's head is, it is the F.O.D Fund of Diversity. She's pointing.
Well, it's because everything's back,
which now stands at 1,425. We are still raising money for that to go to local projects, causes and charities that benefit the LGBT plus community. All you have to do is visit www.SaturGAY.co.uk. Make a donation. It does pop up on the screen, so we know how to acknowledge you, unless you don't put your name. But we are... Even in lockdown, we are still continuing all the fundraising activity that we did when we could do it in physical, in the person. Brennan's Jessica's asked, did I have the comb boobies? No. But my, at the time, sort of a friend did have a Madonna outfit. He was known as Madonna Matt. He's now a dancer for, that drag queen, The Voice. There's a dancer for her who's doing stuff. Jessica says, when does this end? I don't have a date, but content. Darling, we're here every Saturday. That's why we're SaturGAY. And other shows are available. Well,
other days of the week.
I won't be doing Wake's World on Christmas Day, although I might do the alternative Queen speech. And then Weekly Woof. I might do. I don't know. That would just be a rant to music, wouldn't it?
I would say week and everything. I mean, maybe we just have what's the date next? What's the date?
It's Boxing Day next Saturday, so it'll be the 26th.
26th. So we're having a Boxing Day thing?
Yes, probably. We can't go anywhere, can we? Unless you're exercising, Sophie.
Put onto the chat, right, the link for the Facebook, not Facebook, for the Zoom, okay?
And do people just click that, Sophie? You know how thick I am.
You should just be able to click. You'll be able to see through the magic of disillusion. You're going to be able to see my actual setup with the big green screen that I've got behind me. I've switched the waiting room off. You should be able to have the password and everything on there as well. So if you want to go to the after party, then
Brendan's let me know what my show's called.
Please do try and look at that. Click on that link. That should take you through in there, and then you can chat amongst yourselves. I'm currently on mute in that room because we're all on here, so I can see that there's other people. I can see Mark is in the room. Hi, Mark. You obviously can't. So what Mark is seeing is about 10 seconds
ahead
before everything that's going on to the thing. So I've put myself on mute. So if anyone else wants to, just click on the after party link in there. Hopefully we can make it a little bit more accessible, because I know that we were having lots of problems getting into the Facebook rooms. So it's been an interesting week. Thank you for enjoying our kind of waffle. There was one thing that I forgot to say, actually. The one thing that I did on Thursday,
Ooh.
I actually went to an open mic event. So it was a tier two open mic. So I actually managed to perform some of my songs, which was really, really cool. So that was nice. So thank you to Amanda for sorting that out. But there's going to be lots of other stuff that's going to start happening online, not just through the Club F.O.D, but also for other local artists across the region, whether it's in Berkshire or whether it's kind of wider afield. Please do kind of start following them, start supporting them. We're not allowed to go anywhere, so there's going to be a lot more stuff that we can going to do online. So there's lots of great shows, lots of different things to watch and listen to. So please do make sure that we carry on showing our support from the community to all the other parts of the community that are out there. And I'll probably going to do another kind of online and live open mic Christmas special at some point as well, which we'll try and push out through here. I haven't told Jamie about this yet because I've only just thought of it now. So there we go. Breaking news. Colours and Fires online and live Christmas special. I think that's something we're going to have to try and sort out. So yeah, that'd be quite cool.
And then Mark Anthony Albertine just letting us know his breaking news. So Grindr has gone very busy. I don't know how that's going to work. Oh no, tonight they can legally. No, they can't really. Still in tier 3. Oh, I have no. You know, it's been confusing because we started Friday tier 2, Saturday was tier 3 today, and tomorrow's tier 4. So I'm very confused. Martin's saying, Sophie, can you WhatsApp the invite, please?
On it.
Oh, that'll be handy for me. Oh no, it won't because I haven't got WhatsApp on my iPad, but I'll work it out. So.
Oh, how about I just send it to you in Messenger then?
Yeah. I got to go and plug the iPad in, and then share a headphone with Mano to do that. So, That was SaturGAY on Saturday, the 19th of December. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We're always going to be with you, whether we're locked in, locked out, locked down, locked up. We believe that lockdown should never leave you locked out of life. And as usual, everything we do here at Club F.O.D is about making sure that we don't have social isolation on the LGBT plus community. Or within the LGBT. That's why F.O.D exists, and that's why F.O.D became a registered charity. So, we have loads of news coming over the next few weeks, months, years. Maybe not years, because that would be... Well, we might still be locked down next year, who knows. So, on behalf of myself, thank you very much for joining us. My name was Jamie Wake.
And I'm Sophie from Colours and Fires.
And it's a good night from her.
And it's good night from him.
We almost got it! We almost got it!
Really? If only you zoomed out too far or what have you, it would have been great.
We try. So, thank you for joining. You are always the light of our lives every Saturday when we're doing this. We'll leave you with our closing credits, and we'll see you in the after party very shortly. Good night. God bless. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.